I'm going to show you the #1 high income skill needed to get rich in your 20s. Funny enough, every single billionaire that's asked the question, if you lost everything and had to start from scratch, what would you do or what skill would you learn? They say this very skill. When I was a brokey, I called every single person I knew that had any type of money and I asked them and they told me to do this very thing.
I think sales jobs are probably the best job any person can get. If I had to get a job again, it'd be a sales job. Because you learn a lot as a salesman.
Be a salesperson, sell and learn all you can about business. And then from there, once you know how to sell, you can always start a business.
How well can you sell? Because if you can't sell, you don't have any income, period.
As you guys can see, that skill is sales. And I've made over $500,000 working from home just in the past few years after mastering this skill. Everyone always says, oh, I'm making money, but you're not actually making it. Like, you're not inventing or creating money unless you work for the Federal Reserve and you're just printing cash like Jerome Powell. Money isn't made or created. It is transferred from person to person. Like, it's the taking of money from one person to the next. That's how money is quote unquote made. In sales is quite literally the skill of transferring it from another person to yourself. That is what sales is. Whether this is asking your boss for a raise or a job interview or obviously closing a client or, you know, selling someone something, that is sales. Look at your bank account right now and open it up and you're gonna see all these negative charges of money going here, money going here, money going here, money going here. That is what it is. It is the transfer. It is going, it is outflow. And it's not just disappearing, it's going to some other person who sold you something. And the way to become rich in your 20s is simply flipping that outflow to inflow, to where other people are giving you cash. And if you're not at the financial place that you want to be right now, it's because you haven't mastered the skill and you don't have inflow because you're not convincing people to give you money. Wealth isn't necessarily a number, it is the ratio from your income to your expenses. And the best way to have a phenomenal income in your 20s is to get into sales. There is a reason some of the richest and most well-known billionaires say this very skill is the one to learn because it's likely where they started. And please do not feed into the belief that sales is unethical. That is literally a belief programmed into you by society to keep you poor. There is nothing unethical about having someone give you money for something that they consent for and then getting value from that thing. If no one bought anything, society would literally come to a halt and the economy would collapse. Like the desk that I have, the computer stand that I have, this computer, this webcam, the phone that you are literally getting this video from, someone sold to me and we couldn't even make videos if people weren't selling things. The only time sales actually unethical becomes a problem is when you're saying something that isn't actually true in order to get someone to buy the thing. So as long as the value precedes your explanation for what they're going to be getting, it is ethical. And if you have something that is going to impact humanity for the better, it is your moral obligation to put that in people's hands. You can get into sales with literally no college degree, no money, no experience, no nothing. You could be 18, 20, 25, 30, 40 years old, and you're watching this video and you're like, this is valid. I'm going to get into sales. And someone will hire you. Literally look up sales jobs near me or go into Indeed. Or there are a trillion places. I have a lot of other videos that I could actually link like right here, and you can learn how to get a sales job. I have videos on this already. The point being is there is zero barrier to entry. People are always hiring entry-level salespeople. Just go apply and get started, and you can actually learn on the job as you are making money. Sales is really like the perfect bridge from like being an entrepreneur and running your own business and having like a classic, you know, job, J-O-B, right? Because you have the upside potential because it's commission, right? Of making as much money as physically possible, and as you get better you make more money. You don't have the downside risk of losing money, burning cash, your business failing, having to maintain, you know, keeping up a whole team and doing all the facets and all the stresses that come with running a business. You don't have to do any of that shit. You just have to like close deals and make money. That's it. There's no downside risk. You can't lose money, but you still have the freedom to kind of do as you please. Yes, it is hard work, but it is more than likely that if we look at your personal resources, whether it is money or time, you probably have more time than you have money. And if you don't have enough time, it's likely that the thing that you're doing with your time isn't producing any fucking money, which is why you need to get into sales because it's commission only. If you're working an hourly wage, you cannot scale that. You cannot make more money. You need to make your hourly wage higher by selling something for, $10,000 that you get 10% commission on. You'll make $1,000 for every deal you close, and making that $1,000 could be done in literally a 45-minute conversation. Imagine a world to where you're taking 5 conversations a day with someone who wants to buy the thing that you're selling. It's $10,000. You make $1,000 for every deal you close. You have 5 of these conversations. Maybe, just maybe, you only close 1 person per day. You are earning $1,000 per day, only taking 5 45-minute conversations. That's like 5 hours a day of work. I promise you, if you truly internalize this video and master this skill, you can become insanely wealthy in your 20s. I'm literally 22 years old. I've had 2 concussions, and I'm not that fucking intelligent. I promise you can do it if I can. I'm not that special. I grew up with like a middle-class family. I had no connections. I didn't grow up rich. I had 0 connections. I just kind of had a hustle and a dream, and I pulled it off. So I urge you to take action after watching this video. Hit that subscribe button. Go get yourself an entry-level sales job. It may change your life.